terrified.
Well, the first thing that came up for me is I'm Winona's little sister, so I've been around super fans my whole life.
You're right.
I mean, that original cohort of Judd fans called themselves Judd heads, and they literally, I think they even called themselves diesel sniffers. They chased the tour bus. And
Is that true? Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah, and they had T-shirts, and they were all, so anyway. And this is just to the tune of, 16 million copies of the first of a series of 3 books being sold. So they are a dedicated group, and God love them for it.
And they were there from day one. The day I was cast, I got just, assaulted on Twitter by all the Divergent fans. By the love. Assaulted in a good way.
Yes.
In the best way, yeah. So, and then when we showed up on set, before we even started filming, the Divergent, lovers were there. That was new. That was pretty incredible, because we hadn't even made the movie yet.
The first thing that galloped to my mind was lay low. I don't know if the cultural landscape makes that possible, and the next thing that came to me is, for me, healthy living in any space is about healthy self-esteem and healthy boundaries. I have to know who I am, what my values are, and always know it's a journey and there's experimentation, and I make a decision at work, so I keep making, decisions that take me on that path, or I try something different because the other thing didn't feel so good. And it really applies to anyone in any walk of life, and that's my suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
How about for you?
Yeah, I think that's really true, to keep perspective of what's real in life and not the fantasy, but I must say, specifically talking about Shailene, she's one of the most grounded, earthbound people I've ever met, so I don't worry about her at all. But I think you're probably right that it's going to get crazy for her, because she's really special.
And I remember giving some unsolicited feedback, and at times I would try to be discreet about it, and other times I was just completely forceful. But I was curious, is she surrounded by good people? Does she trust those who are in leadership positions in her life? And, if she needs a regime change in the middle of all this, that's trickier than if she goes into it with a group who have integrity and really respect her heart and soul as an individual.
And that was a great piece of advice, and I've kept that very close to me. Tony, just leading by example. Tony is a superstar, and he has a wife and kids that aren't part of the industry at all, and it's normal. It means that, I could meet a girl who's not even part of the industry, who's lovely, and if I fall in love, and I shouldn't care if, oh, well, she's not famous or whatever. It's stupid. Love is love, and I love how Tony has just been a real guy who happens to be an actor.